Comrades, our 80th annual conference started on Thursday evening, where we had a presentation by former Democratic State Legislator Bakari Sellers. And his presentation was about the issue of corruption and the extent to which corruption deprives the poor of the basic goods and services that they need. Our private session started on Friday at the conference center. And at the private session, we passed 2 resolutions. One, which was moved by Comrade Angela Brown-Burke on establishing a mediation unit. And what the conference adopted was that we should expand the role of our Internal Affairs Commission to ensure that they do the work of mediation in a proactive way. We also supported our brothers and sisters in Cuba by passing a resolution to condemn the continued embargo against the people of Cuba. The conference approved the affiliation application by the Patriots, and there are details that will come to our NEC next week and in the following NEC on the terms of those affiliations. We adopted all the reports that were presented by the regions, the arms, and the affiliates. And we concluded on Friday with a detailed discussion on the covenant led by our party leader, which he will speak to later on this afternoon. Our private session continued on Saturday, yesterday, where we held our elections for vice president. And comrades, I can say in the short time that I've been in the Secretariat, this election I would regard as probably the best run election. And I'll explain what I mean. From the nominations right through to yesterday, all 6 candidates have gone out there, have spoken positively about what they intended to do, about how they intended to uplift the party. There has been no negative campaigning. And that to me is the hallmark of a strong and united party. Many of us were worried that we couldn't handle a vice presidential election, but the comrades, the 6 comrades and their teams have shown us that we can compete, but we don't need to tear down each other. And I want to publicly thank them for the way they conducted themselves over these last couple of weeks. I'm just going to outline quickly the details of the elections. We had 3,090 delegates who were eligible to participate. 2,513 voted. Comrade Fenton Ferguson received 1,307 votes. Comrade Angela Brown-Burke, 1,577. Comrade Philip Paulwell, 1,645. Comrade Wicker McNeil, 1,766. Comrade Michael Phillips, 1,782. And Comrade Damian Crawford, 1,973. Comrades, in closing, I just want to indicate what the priorities of your Secretariat are. First is to ensure that we prepare ourselves for any election. And in that regard, we are filling vacancies in the critical seats. And I would say for the critical seats, we are about 90% complete in putting candidates in those seats. And you will see some of the candidates later. Secondly, we are committed to telling the Jamaican people what we intend to do. And our party leader later today will outline that covenant with the Jamaican people. And third, we are committing to modernize how we operate as a party, to infuse technology in how we communicate, how we organize, how we canvass. And we have embarked and taken on some tools which will ensure that we do that more effectively and more efficiently. Comrades, we have had a good private session. The turnout today so far is more than encouraging. And I know when the party leader comes and gives his charge, we will be ready to move this country forward. One love, comrades, one heart.